Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the teams, youths, parents who all are watching today. And welcome back. Actually, we are almost coming back live after 2 weeks. The last week we skipped because you all were enjoying your results for a board examination, and we thought like we should leave you all for the enjoyment to cherish that moment. And that's why we skipped that Saturday. But we know we have already covered almost most of the sectors of the commerce part. We have also covered the LLB portion, but on the students' demand, on the huge demand, and we got huge mails and DMs on our social media handles and our mailbox that we also need to cover about science sector too. And that's where we thought we should start with a great program. And today the guest who is joining us, he has a record of like almost delivering speeches to more than 1,000 workshops across the country. Can you imagine these numbers? 1,000 workshops. To know more about him, let me call upon our host for this beautiful evening, everyone's favorite and the chief advisor of Instagram, Sir Deman Roish. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening. I am fine. What about you?
I'm absolutely fine, sir. I was very much chilling, but the time when I got his profile and got to know that he has already conducted more than 1,000 workshops, I got nervous right now because I have been facing so many people, but so much experience in front of someone who is a public speaker. I am feeling really nervous right this moment.
Yeah, last week we skipped the live show because of the results, and this week we are back again with the science uh, JE and NEET clarifications, which we got uh, from this A from our viewers. So, first, I would like to congratulate all the viewers, all the students, those who have passed out with a colorful marks now from CBSE, ICSE, West Bengal board. Now, this is a tough time. Your career starts from now. This is the right time to choose your career. So, you have to focus, you have to choose the right thing for your courses so that you can go ahead for your futures. So
Definitely, sir.
Instagram
Definitely.
is always there for help you out to choose the right career. So we are back again with the sixth episode of this career awareness program. We are doing for the youth so that you can choose the right career for your future. So let not waste time. Harsh, over to Harsh. Harsh and your Sudipto sir and give introduction about him.
Definitely, sir. So let's call upon the most weighted guest, the one who is so much experienced in public speaking, Sir Sudipto Chaudhary. Hello and good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Harsh. Good evening, Diwan sir. How are you doing? I'm doing absolutely fine, and I'm quite, excited to talk to the viewers of Instagram because this is a wonderful platform what you have created to communicate to the students and to counsel them, and if required, whatever things you will be looking for to move ahead in career. Instagram is providing that. So before we start off formally, I must congratulate Dhiman sir and I must congratulate Harsh that you are doing a wonderful job for the sake of the students fraternity because nowadays we have very less number of platforms who are actually working for students. So keep up your good work. That is very important. And the second and interesting part, what Dhiman sir rightly said, this is the time when students start thinking about their career, and this is the time when students start taking a shape about their career. If you ask me what career is all about, career is not about earning money. Career is all about you are doing something and through which you are getting immense pleasure. You are getting immense pleasure and you are planning at least 20 years, 30 years, 40 years to continue. For an example, a lawyer starts earning at the age of 30, but he keeps on continuing till the time he is alive. A doctor, the similar thing that is happening, like a doctor starts, maybe they start earning. It's a very hardship, of course, no doubt about it, to become a doctor in a country like India. But once you are becoming a doctor and you are starting practicing, then till the time you are there on this earth, people will be getting your benefit, people will be getting your consultation, people will be getting your service. This is very important for all of us to understand. And one more thing I must tell you, for the all budding engineers, become an engineer to chase your passion. Become an engineer not to earn money, but to create something through which you can create difference in the world. That is what I wanted to communicate in my beginning words. Over to you, Harsh, if we can do something. Yep, carry on. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir, for this. But I must say, this was one of the best start which we have got in the live session. And just to give you all a small introduction, most of the students knows him as he has been giving workshops in almost all the schools in Kolkata and this country. So he's
Right.
Sir Sudipta Chaudhary. He has been the Chief Marketing Officer for Akash Institute West Bengal Unit, and he has been delivering workshops in all these sectors. I'm really sorry, sir. I have to read it from a cell phone because the list is so long. I couldn't memorize it. He has been
Right.
giving
It's all right.
we have been giving workshops in the sector of goal setting and achieving excellence, performance management, time and stress management, conflict resolution, positive learning, high productivity under pressure, industrial relationship and management, marketing service, marketing versus sales, and whatnot. You name it, and he has been delivering sessions in all these sectors. So, sir, I have this very first question. So, what has driven you to choose this career as a marketing officer?
It's all about a passion. I am a science graduate, and I have gone for physics, chemistry, and mathematics in my graduation. And after that, I have gone for my MBA. And after that, I have decided why not to come back and join in this education industry and serve students. See, from childhood I wanted to work with students, and in a very initial days of my study I have started giving tuition to the students. From that time and onwards I could make out that perhaps this is the brightest career option what a person like me can have. I always wanted to interact with students. I always wanted to be with students, but not being a teacher, being a mentor. So that is what I'm doing here in my job role, of course, and that is what I keep on doing. That I keep on, doing it for a long period of time. That is the reason marketing has always been a passion to me. And when I'm talking to students, it is becoming even more passionate. Yeah, I hope I could give you the right,
Absolutely, sir. This is
like,
the perfect
yeah,
example of passion turned into profession. This is like
right,
you are
right.
right about right example. So why do you start at the very beginning? Once I guess
Hello?
We are hello. We are having
yeah,
some noise.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Carry on.
So this is
Yeah.
a very basic question, Shaivan, was what is the basic eligibility criteria for JEE mains exams?
Say for JEE main exam, a student can write the exam consecutive 3 years, right? For an example, 2020, 2021, 2022. So anyone who has passed their plus two, they can write for it for 3 consecutive years. The eligibility criteria to write joint entrance exam main is just this. But if you want to get into any national institute of technology, any IIT, that means Indian Institute of Technology, any triple IT, that is Indian Institute of Information Technology, or any centrally funded technical institute, you need to secure at least 75% mark in your board exam. For the rest of the colleges, they are not required. The percentage of marks are not required. So to be very specific, the eligibility criteria to get into an NIT or an IIT or a triple IT or any CFTI is 75% mark in the board exam, plus they need to clear JEE Main, and they need to get a good rank in JEE Advance as well. So that is how the escalation happens.
Exactly, sir.
Sir,
Yeah.
one thing
Yes.
you tell me, that is
Mhm.
how to be familiar with the syllabus. There is a huge syllabus of chemistry. So
Right.
how the student will be familiar with the syllabus?
So from the first thing what I'll tell you in this context, each and every student, irrespective of their board exam, they should follow their school books. And in today's context, all across India, all the boards are having similar NCERT syllabus. That means syllabus in ICSE, syllabus in CBSE, syllabus in West Bengal board, or any other board all across the country are same. So a student, if they are aspiring to become an engineer or they are aspiring to become a doctor, the first thing they should start reading their textbook, their school book, which is following NCERT. In subject like chemistry, when the syllabus is so vast, they need to segregate it according to the syllabus and according to the question pattern of JEE Main or NEET. What happens in chemistry? If I'm trying to be specific on chemistry, I'll tell you, in chemistry you have three segments. First segment we call as physical and general chemistry. Second part is inorganic chemistry, and third part is organic chemistry. But if you want to get into the chemistry as a whole subject, you will be able to understand that the chemistry is actually pivoting around physical and general chemistry. For an example, atomic structure. If a student doesn't know what atomic structure is all about, he will not be able to solve any problem in organic chemistry as well. The second part, which is extremely important, is periodic table. If a student is not aware of periodic table, he or she will never be able to understand any question from inorganic chemistry as well as organic chemistry. So if you are talking about chemistry, and if you are asking me how to become familiar on the paper, on the syllabus, I'll tell you, follow class 11 syllabus entirely from your school board exam as well as entirely for 12. One more thing what I wanted to add here, the students normally feel that board exam happens for class 12 only, but all the entrances encompasses the syllabus of class 11 and class 12. So for a student who is right now in class 11, want to become a doctor or an engineer, they require to study entire class 11 in a very good way as well as entire class 12 in a good way. You cannot skip class 11 since you are planning to prepare for class 12. And in all entrances, you will be able to see that marks distribution class wise is almost 50-50 in 11 and 12. Any subject, let us talk about physics, let us talk about mathematics, let us talk about chemistry, around 50% question comes from class 11. So if I'm ignoring my school studies and I'm planning only for JEE Main, that may hit me back because you require to complete the syllabus comprehensively. Students should not think of the momentum and the quantum of syllabus. They should think about go it one by one. I'll tell you, all the students must follow a proper synchronized approach. Like if I know organic chemistry, before that I should know what atomic structure is all about. If I know what is inorganic chemistry, before that I should know periodic table, where an element is actually there and what is its valency. Depending on that, that student can think of any sort of equation, any sort of balance, and any sort of chemical comprehensive conversions. So this is,
Yeah.
if I'm talking about chemistry, a student should approach chemistry in this way. Yes, sir, please.
You're absolutely correct, sir. What we have seen from our future experiences, I want to share with you. Then you can give
Right,
a
sir.
better idea in that. That after
Right, sir.
passing class 10, ICSE or CBSE student, they much more focus on the JEE or NEET. They don't focus in the school examinations, class 11 and 12 board. And later on, what we find that they have not scored good marks in class 12. Then they face the problem to get admission in JEE and enroll themselves for JEE and NEET. Their percentage
Right.
does not eligible. So how to focus in both the things? Can you explain, sir?
Right, sir. Sir, I'll tell you one thing. Students often make a common mistake that preparation of JEE is something different and preparation of board is something different. I'll tell you, sir, honestly, from my experience of so many years working in this industry, school syllabus and JEE syllabus are not different. They are the same. So if a student is comprehensively following school, he is calculating the time what he is spending in school with respect to the time what he is investing in his or her self study. If they can do both the things in a good way, I can assure that the syllabus of JEE Main will also be completed in due course of preparation for board exam. Students make two different preparation. They prepare for board separately and they prepare for entrances separately. As a result, what happens? They do not get ample time to self-study. We need to understand, we teachers are not going to write the entrance. We teachers are not going to write the board exam. It's the student who has to write. And if a student has to write it, students should have a ample time for self-study. From my experience, I have seen, especially in Eastern India, not only in West Bengal, in Bihar, in Orissa, in Jharkhand, I have seen students struggling just like anything between board as well as in the entrances. It should be a common preparation for both board exam as well as entrances. For an example, if I'm learning mechanics in physics, that same mechanics will be asked in my board exam, the same mechanics will be asked in the entrances. Now, the board exam questions are definitely going to be comparatively far easier than the entrances. So, a student first should grasp the entire content for board exam, then he or she should do additional study to prepare the further part for the entrances. For the sake of preparing for entrances, he or she cannot skip preparation for board exams. If someone is doing that, then definitely he or she is not preparing in the right manner. As sir rightly said now, that in this sort of preparation an imbalance will be created. As a result, the student will lose out both the boards. So it is better I select one preparation. That one preparation will cover my entrance as well as my board exam. That is how it should be.
So I would like to add on one more question along with it,
Right,
because
sir.
this question is adding up with that only. That is,
Right.
when is the perfect time to prepare themselves for JEE and NEET?
Sir, I'll tell you, the right time is just after class 10. Once a student is writing the board exam, he or she is understanding how far I can score in which subject. Before that, he or she can understand it very well. Where lies my bend for career selection? In a country like India, especially in a state like West Bengal, students are often confused. I'm not talking about the best of the students, I'm talking about an average student. That a student is always confused what is to be done in my future. And in that process, often they miss the bus of selecting the right career option right in time. From class 10 onwards, a student start understanding his or her bent towards his career selection. Now, if a student understands he or she should be going for medical or engineering, it's better once the board exam of class 10th is over, start preparing right with the preparation of board exam of class 10 or class 11 and class 12. What happens at times, student decides it late. What will happen if a student decides to become an engineer in class 12? He or she needs to cover the entire syllabus of class 11, which he or she has already missed. So it is always better to start off in a synchronized way right from the day one of class 11. That is how it should be.
Absolutely, sir. You have rightly said these things. And to add up with this thing, sir, these things happen when we have like misguided or we are in the wrong direction. We don't follow a syllabus. We don't follow proper routine. Sometimes the students might have to face a setback when they appear first
Right,
time or the second time, or moreover, guys, because of some reason, some might miss the exams. So, what is the
right.
maximum time or the limit that a student can appear for the JEE exams in 1 year?
Uh, in 1 year, a student can appear in all four, three or four or five windows that NTA is offering. For an example, this year or last year, we have more number of windows for JEE Main. So a student can appear in all the windows, and the best of his score, he can apply for it. He can go for the best of his score. If you are talking about NEET, there is no age limit of NEET as per last year's notification and as per this year's notification. So your minimum eligibility criteria is you need to pass class 12 when you are taking an admission in medical college. Otherwise, there is no upper age limit in case of NEET. But in case of JEE, there will be 3 consecutive attempts only. If not 3, it can be 2, but it cannot be 4. That is how it should be. Right?
So, sir, one more question.
Yeah.
That is,
Right.
how one student can create means he can make a timetable to crack
Right.
JEE or NEET.
Right.
One need to
I'll tell
prepare
you.
himself for board
Right.
examination also. At
Yes.
part, they need to prepare himself or herself for JEE or NEET. So how
Okay.
he or she should make his timetable?
Right. Sir, kindly allow me to answer this question elaborately because I need to go through the subjects and I'll be guiding you how a student can do it. First of
Sure,
all,
sir. Sure, sir.
yes, thank you, sir. So, the first of all, what we should be doing, first of all, a student need to understand there should be only one preparation, and that is for class 11 as well as class 12. The preparation is having two different outcome. One outcome is board exam of class 12 and a marks there, and the second outcome is his or her performance in the entrances, be it medical, be it engineering. Now, from the day one of class 11, a student should fix up a proper timing of his studies, of his or her study. He or need to invest at least 6 to 7 hours time in a school. But I will tell you, other than that 6 to 7 hours of time, a student should devote at least 5 to 6 hours for self-study. We need to understand private tuition, coaching institute, all they are made to aid the student, to help the student to crack. But end of the day, self-study is immensely important. And for class 11 and 12, if a student is willing to crack an entrance like NEET or JEE, he or she need to devote at least 6 hours in a day for his or her self-study. Now, to start off with, a student should never focus at entrance exam when he or she is studying a chapter for the first time. He or she should study for the first time from his school book, chapter by chapter, topic by topic, subtopic by subtopic, including each and everything which is mentioned in the school book. If he or she is doing it, and then if he or she is attending the school classes, the fundamental preparation will be always done by the self study as well as by the teachers of the school. Now the rest 6 hours or 5 hours he need to devote for advanced study in that particular chapter or in that particular subject. So the first part of the study is aiming towards getting a good result in board exam. The second part is aiming to prepare himself or herself for the entrances. Second very important thing, किसी की शादी हो, किसी की मैयत हो, कुछ भी हो जाए, आने वाले 2 साल में, in next 2 years, a student should not skip a single day of his or her study. Even if he is missing coaching institute, even if he is missing school, he should not skip his self study. We need to understand these disciplines require lots of discipline, and if I am not disciplined enough, I am putting 12 hours in a day for self study, and next day I am not studying for 1 hour at all. It is not going to work out. It should be a complete tight regime in which I should be putting every day 6 hours at least for my self study. If I am ready to do that, then only it will happen. Never ever segregate two preparations in board and in entrances. It is only one syllabus. If you go through the syllabus, you will be able to understand all the chapters which are mentioned there in the board exam in class 12 as well as in class 11. They are all there in the entrances. A student needs to be attentive enough to read each and everything line by line, topic by topic, subject by subject. Why I am repeating it again and again? We have seen in past 6 years or 7 years paper of JEE Main as well as NEET, many straightforward question comes rightly from school books, rightly from NCERT, but hardly any student go through NCERT. So in spite of those questions being easy, the students cannot answer, and then they feel that we have missed a very easy question, and maybe that one miss can throw them out of the competition. So there should be no two preparation, only one synchronized preparation for class 11 plus class 12. That will be ending up in two different outcome. First outcome is board exam, second outcome is performance for the entrances. I hope I could answer your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Sir, mentors like you need to go to visit several schools and do
Right,
workshop
sir.
so that it is
Right, sir.
clear to them that the
Right.
board syllabus and the JEE and NEET syllabus are same. This are
Right.
the students are confused that they think that JEE and NEET syllabus is different and board syllabus is different. They try to skip boards and they try to focus more on JEE and NEET. Then the outcome of this result comes zero.
Right.
They
Sir,
lack
one more
over
thing.
there.
Right, right. Sir, I will tell you one more thing. We have seen most number of students score good marks once they are cracking medical and engineering. It clearly suggests that board exam is also equally important. And if a student is going in a synchronized preparation, both the things, both the outcomes are going to be better. Now, often students ask us that why should I go for one preparation? My answer is very simple. To travel in one destination, to go to one destination, you need not to travel twice, isn't it? If I need to go
Correct.
to Delhi, I will be traveling once. I'll be traveling in such a way that all my needs and all my work, whatever is that there, are done in one go. That is my clear message to each and every student. Go for one preparation. Do not go for several preparations, and never ever ignore your board marks. Board marks are extremely important. As I have told you, sir, what happens if you are willing to go for any engineering college, even after scoring 40% in board exam, you'll be able to get admission. But if you want to go to IIT, if you want to go to NIT, if you want to go to triple IT, or if you want to go to any centrally funded technical institute, minimum requirement for board mark is 75%, which you cannot ignore. So strategy should be plan it in such a way that your board marks are also good. And the strategy I have discussed right now, if a student follows it carefully, he or she will be able to flourish in both the outcomes, one in board as well as the second in entrances. That is how it should be.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. The amount of answers and suggestions which you have given today has already changed many lives and their minds have been opened. So the last question before we end this short session would be,
Right, sir.
many has realized the mistakes which they have done till now after listening to you, after listening all the suggestions. So to give a fresh start, to start with a boost, what would be your suggestion for the aspirants who are going to pursue these courses or the persons who are already there but have done a quite good mistakes? So what would be your
Right.
suggestion for the further process?
Right, right. I'll tell you one thing. Have you seen the movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara? Have you seen
Yes,
that?
sir.
I hope all of we have seen that movie. There are lots of movies which are done on this, but I'll tell you one thing. From my experience, I can tell you, if you want to kickstart something, never ever look back in your life. आपने जो करके आया है उसको तो आप चेंज नहीं कर सकते हो. आने वाले कल को हम लोग सब मिलकर सुधार सकते हैं, बढ़िया बना सकते हैं. So my suggestion to all the students, never look back. Always move forward. Always remember, histories are written in book for future. If you want to create your success story, do not look back. Make the moment a starting point, decide and go for it. Once you decide that I want to do something great in life, even God cannot stop you from being there what you have dreamed for yourself. It's very important. एक कहावत है ना, हम लोग सुनते हैं काफी, ओम शांति ओम में, आप अगर कोई चीज को तहे दिल से चाहते हो तो ये कुदरत भी आप में जुड़ जाते हैं ताकि आप उसको अचीव कर पाओ. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस इज 100%, this is 100% scientific. Napoleon Hill has stated one thing, that is power of attraction. If I'm attracted to get something in my life, maybe my career, my job, and if I put all my energies to get it, even God cannot conspire to stop me to reach to my destination. That is how students should be thinking. That is how students should be planning. No looking back. Always move forward. Remember, when Dronacharya asked Arjun, what you see in the tree? Arjun said, I am seeing only the eye of the bird. Dronacharya repeated, I am your guru. Tell me, are you not even seeing me? Arjuna replied, Sir, I am sorry to tell you, I cannot even see you. I cannot see even the bird. I cannot see even the tree. I can see only the eye. If I want to become successful in my life, I should be that focused that I can see only my bullseye and I can hit it there. That should be the whole objective. That should be the way of living a life. And I'm sure all of our youngsters are very good. They are very brilliant in their own way. If they want to succeed in life, they can plan it in this way and they can become successful. Remember, the world is always known for the winners, not for the losers. You know who have won a medal in freestyle swimming in 2010 Olympic, but who scored last? No one remembered. That is how life is all about. You should think about winning. You should think about your bullseye. You should look forward and forget whatever you have done in your past. That is how you can design your future.
Sir, my last question to you. The way you are
Right, sir.
explaining, it's amazing. It will help
Right,
our viewers, not only our viewers, the students, the
right,
aspirants will get a lot of help from your motivational words. Sir, my
right, sir.
last question to you will be, in this pandemic situation, how students
Right,
will prepare themselves and how they will keep themselves motivated in their study.
right. Right. I'll answer you in a very good way. Like, this is a question what I'm getting in all public forum for last 1.5 years. I'll tell you, never ever look at pandemic as a negative aspect. You have a spec. Now the spec is a positive or negative depends on you. Never ever think that you are stuck up somewhere. Always think you have got a lifetime opportunity in your life to crack an entrance or to do something good. Can you remember last time when you have spent completely 1 month sitting in your home? You cannot even recall. I'll tell you, utilize this time in the best possible way. Focus on something. Try to make a schedule to achieve it. Never ever think that you are alone. Thousands of people who are isolated from each other, they are sitting in their place and they are doing it in the best possible way so that they can create a difference. याद रखना हमेशा, ये पैंडेमिक हर साल नहीं आएगा, लेकिन आज से 5 साल बाद कोई अगर आपसे पूछे what you have done during the pandemic, you should come out with a good smile and you should be able to tell कि I have utilized the time of the entire pandemic to make my career. My dear students, I'll tell you all, never ever think negative about the pandemic. See, there is no control of you in the pandemic situation. You cannot create any difference there. At times, you need to leave it up to someone or leave it up to the situation. You can improve your situation on where you are standing right now. And the call of the moment is to utilize the time in the best possible way. हर बार ये वक्त नहीं आएगा जब हम अपने आप को सुधार पाएंगे. हर बार ये वक्त नहीं आएगा जब हम अपने आप को सुधार पाएंगे. हर बार ये वक्त नहीं आएगा जब हम अच्छा कुछ करने के लिए अपने आप को उम्मीदवार बना पाएंगे. It's very important for us to understand. It's my life. I'll be making my life. Come whatever may be in it, whatever pandemic, whatever earthquake is coming into it. If I'm focused to get something in my life, I should be aiming and I should be getting it in due course of time. आज से 5 साल बाद ये याद रहना चाहिए, ये पैंडेमिक को भी हमने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से यूटिलाइज किया था. I have utilized the pandemic in the best possible way to make myself successful in my life. That's my suggestion, sir.
Thank you so very much, sir. These words have literally affected me so much. I have feel that thing. And the last thing which you said to utilize this pandemic, to tell you, sir, we started with Instagram last year during this pandemic only. But as
Right.
we say, it's sometimes things are not possible alone. You need a lot of support. I must say, I'm so much thankful to all our viewers who are watching this right now and all to the thousands of people who have being followed. As we have created more than 5 lakh youths in the past 1 year in this Instagram
Right.
platform.
That's
And
great.
they have supported us, and this pandemic has been a productive pandemic for everyone. So, guys,
Right.
just keep your pace up. Try doing these things are part of life. Like pandemic, affect health, everything will come and go, but the opportunity will be always once. You have to. It's like kar lo ya khatam kar lo. It's that simple. And sir, your words, I must say, it really has touched me. And I am sure that it has changed all the aspects life. So before
Thank
we
you
end,
so much.
Devansa, if you have anything to say, then we'll have forward to sir and we'll end the session.
Yes, before ending up, I would like to tell our viewers that, as Sir said, that board syllabus you need to focus, because board syllabus is not different from JEE and NEET. So you need to focus on your board syllabus, then you can crack both the things together. And as I tell a small story in each of the every episode, so I will end up with one small story. I'd like take few minutes of you, sir. If you permit, then I can
Yes,
tell one
sure,
small
sir.
story to our viewers.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Once a bird asked a honeybee that, "Don't you feel sad that you work so hard, you try so much to make honey? A man comes and steal your honey." The bird says, the honeybee says, "I feel sad for that moment of time, but at the same time, I feel myself that the man can steal my honey, but he cannot try, or he cannot, art of making honey, he cannot steal." So, my
Right.
dear students, your techniques will be copied, but no one can take your talent. Your creation will be copied, but no
Right.
one can take your creativity. So, focus
Right.
and grow on. You will go ahead in your life. So, this is
Okay.
the thing which I would like to tell our viewers. Last
Right.
year during pandemic, Harsh Duggar, the founder of Teamskagram, started with this Teamskagram thing, and I am today feeling proud that we together helping so many viewers and the youth, and I am thankful to all my mentors, all my colleagues, those who are coming and giving their sharing their views and helping the youth in this to choose their right career. I'm thankful
Right.
to you also, sir, for your busy
Thank you, sir.
schedule. You took
Thank you, sir.
out time and gave your motivational speech, and you have the way you have guided the student aspirants of NEET and JE. Today, I am sure they will get a lot of help. Not only help, today, a lot of wrong thinkings which they were having was cleared to them. The
Right, sir.
way you spoke, it was amazing. Future also, we will be calling you so that
Sure,
you
sir.
help us, and our viewers also get motivated through you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. And whenever you feel like you need to call me, or you need to call me in your show, please feel free. If I'm there in the city, or I'm there in this part of the country, definitely I'll try wherever from I am there. And I'm also very happy to talk to you. I have a very long relationship with you, sir, as well as Harsh. It was nice to talk to you and all our viewers of Instagram. It's a good time to make your time. I'll tell you.
Uh,
I'll tell you it's a good time to make your time, and do not waste time. Keep on doing something good, because good thing will come only when you are having some time in your hand, you are having some space in your hand, and you are having something good in your mind to do in life. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, sir. You
Thank
were
you, sir.
trying to tell.
And we will be conducting more this kind of shows so that our
Right.
youth gets clear from the syllabus part also, because they have
Right.
the wrong concept of clearing JE and NEET. And I would request you also, sir, to visit several schools and to do several kinds of workshop along with them, so that
Right.
their thoughts and they can be motivated that their boards examination is at par with the JE and NEET.
Right. Thank you, sir. I'll definitely try to do that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining and giving us
Thank you so
time.
much.
Take care of yourself and spend this beautiful evening. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
It was a great session today to all the viewers. Thank you so much. And Devan sir, I'm telling you, we have got a record-breaking views today through this session. I was just continuously watching all the views, and it was completely record-breaking. And to tell you
And
all, guys,
not
we
only
have
great, it is an amazing session. I would like to thank all our viewers for keep watching Instagram, and we are trying our level best to bring out the best from us. And keep in touch. We are coming up with new things very soon. We'll be disclosing. Our founder will be disclosing. Founder and co-founder will be disclosing you with education part only. Keep in touch. You will get all updates of education from Instagram. We assure you, we will give you the best from our platform. We'll try to bring the best speakers from all over India, and to give you the right things so that you can choose the right career.
absolutely. So thank you so much all for watching. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe at your homes. If not needed, don't go out. Vaccines अपना लगा लेना. And the sir which has told the surprise about a new venture. So the page is as of now live on Facebook. That's Teams Yard. You can go and follow that page. You can get all the education updates over there. And not only education update, we have a great surprise lined up for you. Well, most of you will get to know about that in the coming week only. So stay tuned, take care of yourselves, and enjoy this beautiful evening. Meet you the next Saturday, 6 o'clock, right at Instagram with a new session. Bye bye.
Bye bye.